the lace wouldn't be so awful, so crazy enough that a corporation would be willing to pay so much to get it. I mean,
didn't you get a hold of it?
I mean, yeah, Truesayer, he bought a cigarette lace with it, smoked it, fucking lost some of his goddamn memory. No.
It's not that hard.
No,
it's not that...
Oh, then I don't know. I mean, it talked about her having, in the, revealed dossier, it talked about her having an unrefined sample of something.
Yeah, which we think that...
She did have an unrefined sample of something. The lace was in the tooth, so that if she ever got an opportunity to get rid of it, she could take the lace, and then no one would ever be able to find it. The lace was put there as a protective and preventative measure to prevent anyone from capturing the vial if she could actually get a moment to get rid of the vial, which she did. Now, whenever Truesayer has this fucking epiphany, we all pack up. Truesayer, Vice, and Coyote, we packed up. We rolled out, and along the way, we're having the conversation. Truesayer is basically explaining, his epiphany and what we're going to go do, which is we're heading to Coyote's shop. We're packing up in the fucking Everglades. We're going down to that damn warehouse, and we're searching through the refuse to see whether the vial is there. One, because Conrad suggested the possibility, and it's certainly possible, that because the vial had been with her so long that there might have been some psychic residue, that she might have developed a link to it, which could be used to track her location. Which Sean was actually surprised. He mentioned it out loud that it wasn't an expected avenue. And of course, the second, that it's worth a fuck ton of money. In this process, Conrad suddenly replies in a text message, "Don't sell that thing. I'll give you guys a bunch more money." Which leads us to believe, hey, there's not a directional microphone on us. The place isn't bugged. Something's on someone's comlink. And that's when Vice and then Coyote realize that their comlinks were compromised because there was a virus that was so finely designed and well-tuned that it forced the microphone, the audio broadcast position, to be perpetually set on.
And the only way to notice that was to actually dig through settings. As in, if you looked at it, the microphones would not normally display as on. Only if you, poke around with the thing for a long time will you eventually notice that.
Conrad, perhaps sort of out of benevolence, or just to explain the confusion of the situation, explained that he captured the fly spy. And due to how systems are designed in the game, if you have something slave to you, that slaving goes both ways. And if something has been physically compromised, like the fly spy was, then the virus could be submitted into it physically. And, obviously, digital physical, instead of, matrix physical, blah, 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 blah. So that whenever someone receives the fly spy and doesn't think any better because they don't think it was captured, yeah, sure, I'll slave it to me. And then, boom, the transmission goes both ways. Suddenly gets in Twitch is comlink. Her burner, of course, and then suddenly gets in Coyote's comlink. And it got into Vice's comlink because it's not strong. Apparently the only comlink it didn't get into is So that was the epiphany.
There is still a roll for that. I didn't ask you to roll at all because it would become obvious. But it gets a huge bonus for being a direct connection.
Well, all I've got to do is wipe and reinstall the OS.
And Conrad did text you that he'll go ahead and delete everything after the end.
Yeah, I don't buy that. But hey.
Now at the time
the OS.
Now at the time we at Twitch we had just sort of written her off, she'd went to go do her own little thing, but I guess in that case, you're going to be part of the convoy, too.
Sure, following with her bike or something. Well, alright then.
So, everyone's going down to Coyote's shop. Vice
I don't know
is
whether
going to-
Crimson is back. Are you back yet, Crimson?
Oh yeah, I've been typing to Sean this whole time. Yeah, I had a nice chat with Conrad about his virus, and it was a Dwarf Love Fest. It was fun. So yeah.
Dwarf Love Fest sounds like a good band name.
No, not as good as Dwarf Orgy.
Apparently, Jordan is sharing some music with us.
You're talking about orgy and that music is playing in the background. I just, no.
Yeah, I'm on board.
Jordan, stop speaking in music. Stop it. Yeah, so that's the plan. I know Vice wanted to go down to retrieve his mom and return to the apartment. The rest of us, though, had resolved to go to Coyote's shop and pack up.
Is it working now?
Yes, we
Can
can
you hear
actually.
me?
We can hear you now. You're not broadcasting your music and your speakers.
I don't know why that was working that way. Anyways, I'm sorry you had to listen to me listening to Lindsay Sterling.
I accept your apology.
I thought you were just being a dick. I didn't know you would actually like fuck with settings and were accidentally you turned your microphone into your speakers.
No, it's just the front jacks on my computer are really... Let's just say the front jacks aren't what they're supposed to be, and I don't want to go in the back of my computer anymore to unplug the stuff. Anyway, Vice is going back to pick up his mom, take her back to the apartment, tell her that everything is fine, probably get told off for about half an hour before he makes him an excuse to leave, and then he's going to go back to the Coyote's place.
Do you inform your mom about anything?
I will casually mention that we're going to get the girl back because she might actually think that's good. We're actually going to help this helpful dwarf man.
I just love those size discrepancies as transitioning from big parts of the map to small parts of the map. She'll like, she's happy to just be back home in, her shitty apartment. You need to work harder. You need to get them a better place.
Maybe after this job I'll have a better place, Ma.
Well, you should start trying to make a name for yourself, like those, try to do something like those gang life kids did, where they started their own show or something.
Hey, can you kick me from the MapTool server?
You want me to have like a drone follow me around recording my everyday actions, Mom?
Kicked.
Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to.
Jesus, Coyote, you're just surrounded by things.
Well then, so you're all gathering and going straight there?
Well, you know what I'm doing.
It'd take us a little bit of time. Yeah, but yeah, beyond that, we're heading to that location. Come, wind, hail, sleet, toxic sludge, nuclear apocalypse.
So you're all gathering at Coyote's apartment? No one else is stopping at theirs?
I won't stop at mine.
I think everyone has everything they need. I mean, I'm at my place, I'm grabbing a Geiger counter and a bunch of other things that are probably not going to be helpless, but just because.
Yeah, Twitch had originally brought her full suite of equipment to the warehouse anyway. Because, I mean, you don't want to be poorly equipped when you're setting up an ambush.
Well then, the drive south after you take hours setting up everything, last I checked it was what was it?
I think we're on, like, the 5th of March.
It's the 6th of March. The 4th was the day Yeah, it's the 6th of March. Early-ish?
Yeah, I could go with that, yeah.
Late night. I may have skipped a little bit more time than I think you may have intended to, but, there was maybe a long period of, do we send the get fucked message or do we not? Because there was a long period of that in the actual conversation. So it's we'll call it midnight on March 2nd. And you head down towards the San Onofre irradiated zone.
That place.
That place.
I'm not so sure whether we want to go there if it's pitch black. 60,000 is 60,000, but I might want to wait until, light to be down in the irradiated zone. I don't think my character is okay for going down there at midnight.
So we go tomorrow, and...
Take a nap in Coyote's place?
Between her low-light vision and her thermographic vision, Twitch pretty much actually prefers midnight.
Let me tell you who out there would also prefer midnight.
Go ahead.
You saw how terrified and concerned even the toxic mage was of being out there in the toxic zone at night?
See, I feel like you're going somewhere with this, but,
telling you that you can go down there if you want, but I'm not going with you.
Randomly spawning free spirit toxics. That's where he's going with that.
Now, if you want to discern whether your stick and shock will work on spirits, by all means!
I know one thing that works on spirits. My fist.
In that case, since it's so dark, apparently, I hadn't known. I thought there was still light. I'm not even going to go to the Coyote shop at all. I'm going home. And we can meet up at Coyote's shop in the morning.
Yeah, that's
what about
probably
everyone else?
Faisal, and when he knows it's like really late, he's probably just going to stay at home and sleep in his bed for once.
Oh, that is one thing. That message you left on the refrigerator with the what was it said on it? Oh
now,
yeah,
there's
we're
been
considering other offers or something to that extent. There was a response written.
Wrong thing. Don't worry about that.
It also included, you should have played ball.
It was a misspelling of Conrad. Because you didn't want to play ball, we're looking into other options.
Yeah. The response was, no, you're not.
He's right.
That.
I'm gonna...
Yeah, that's what it was. I didn't want to bother scrolling up in the chat.
Okay, well. Vice is going to set his comm link very far away in his room as he goes to sleep. Because that microphone is still on.
No, dude. No, just snore into it the entire time.
Man, I hope that he A, talks in his dreams, and B, has really fucked up dreams.
Whatever. Vice is gonna sleep at his place for tonight.
Well, you'll all go ahead and get nice sleep, wake up in the morning, 8 hours later, 8 o'clock.
9, we'll be all packed up and now heading down to Escondido when there's some fucking light.
So it'll probably be 11 by the time you get there, maybe, by the outside of the zone, maybe 12 or so by the time you're, actually deep within it and to where you're going. Hitting the zone, the edge of the zone, south of Irvine, you'll see the usual arrows all up, warning of it being a toxic zone, policing is not done in this area, etc., etc. Drive south, you can just drive straight off the edge of the road and into the water. Something that with your previous cars would have been very stupid. And drive back to where it is. The Toxic Zone Outpost. It's about noon when you get there. And, looking around, it's exactly as you left it. Well, minus everyone's gone. But the doors are exactly where you left them, bullet holes in the same place. Skids, where the truck's careened, little dent in the wall where the truck rolled up right in front of you.
Now be very gentle and careful. We're going to have to scour through and empty out every single piece of refuse located in the room where she was kept, in search of this damn thing. If any of you break it and ruin the link that could be used to track her down,
And maybe we could even sell it to the Johnson. After all this is over.
I don't believe there's specific searching or skill or anything, so I believe this will just be a perception.
it'll be
Visual?
it'll
Visual
be
perception?
Well, I don't think we're gonna hear or taste or smell the smell the vial. We might.
If you want to try, you can roll a hearing, taste, or smelling perception roll. But otherwise, it'll default to visual.
That is vision. That's my visual perception.
Okay. Given the relative lack of size with the thing, I'm actually going to go ahead and roll a point of edge for this to add my edge dice to the roll.
Also to get the rule of 6.
It's...
Wow, I think I'll do this. I don't know if we need it after that roll, but I'm gonna do it.
Okay. You got a visual perception roll for us, Aaron?
Everyone else take their roll anyways.
That's right.
User in your channel timed out.
I don't think he has a visual perception roll for us. I think he's timing out.
Too many dice for him. You probably didn't need to spend a point of edge there, Coyote.
He said he wanted to be a winner. Let him be a winner.
Okay,
I haven't used edge at all, and I figure he will because he doesn't know what Truthsayer saw yet. So he definitely wants to get this over with. Like doesn't look like I can do it on the. Oh yeah, I can. There's a check.
User entered your channel.
See, and it was awesome. I got absolutely nothing from it.
There
Did you add your edge?
Did you add your edge dice?
Oh, that's true. I got to do that. Okay.
There's also the rule of 6,
Just
which you had added.
roll the... Yeah,
Could
the
you
rule
kick
6.
me from the server?
Kicked Aaron.
Just go ahead and roll.
Do you want me to
the
just re-roll
extra
the whole
3
thing, or
dice.
just re-roll? Yeah,
Go,
just
go.
Extra 3
3.
dice
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the roll
just
6.
the extra 3 dice of the rule 6, and we're making visual perception rolls, Aaron.
And then one more dice. Die.
There you go.
Woo! I got 2.
I got 2 as well.
God damn it.
You didn't have to burn it.
Every time I log back in, I'm in self-only rolls. And that was a good roll, too.
Actually end up rolling.
Just go ahead and tell me.
Yeah, go ahead. How many hits did you get?
Alright, 4 hits.
Okay. What I'm thinking is it happened. I don't know. You shouldn't be defaulting to like roll mode. I don't know.
It'll be whatever you had left. So, did you delete your token and re-put it back on or something?
What?
That the roll mode should be whatever the token was last set to. It shouldn't be constantly like carrying with you the individual so much as the token itself.
Right. That should be held on this end, which maybe it just never got sent. But you did roll things, didn't you?
Maybe?
Last time he rolled things was all the way back before you restarted the server.
Yeah, I guess you haven't done many or any roll.
Yeah, it's because the
that's
last time he made a roll was the fucking perception skill check, I think. Which was a long time ago, so there you go. That's probably why it wasn't set. So, in that case, yeah, 4 hits. That's certainly believable. Coyote got 2, Vice got 2, I got 8.
Dang. I'm glad I didn't spend edge on it.
Well, I spent a point of edge and I rolled 20 dice.
Coyote and Vice will go in and start searching methodically through. Twitch will go in and sort of, it was back here that she started to sort of wooze out, and Trueslayer will stick his head in and go, oh, there it is.
Don't break it.
Describe how this thing looks as Truesayer gently removes it from the refuse with his gloved hand.
It is about 2.5 inches long, maybe a centimeter thick, and you're no longer afraid of it breaking. The thing is made of some kind of it almost looks like diamond or something. It's a hard material. You don't actually see a way to get it open, and it's sort of a crystalline look, sort of a frosted, glassy look, and just barely inside it's well, it looks more pill-shaped than like a normal vial or something. It's got rounded edges, no corners, no harsh lines, and inside, just barely noticeable, is a green tinge something. Whatever liquid or whatever it is inside seems to fill the whole thing up so that there's no air or anything, so there's no movement inside it, although moving it around it feels like it's some kind of sloshing liquid, but it feels like it's completely full.
Sarah will, after remarking the fact that, oh, there it is, will flip to his astral perception long enough to check to see whether it has like an astral signature or astral link. Whether
It has a very, very faint astral link to something, and I'll just give you that free. It's nothing you could use, though.
I know about astral tracking and following an astral link, but it's nothing I can use, and it's nothing I can use.
Yeah, it would require a sympathetic linking. It's not actually magically connected to someone. It's not an active magical connection. It's a sort of a how to put it? Magic sort of run by ideas, and it's sort of an idea connection.
Sympathetic links too. I was just using my astral perception to see whether it had like an active astral tracking that I could actually follow.
No active astral or magical effect on it. The sympathetic link seems to just be mostly because the thing makes you sort of nauseous. That's the only reason you can see it is against that sort of glow, that sickly glow of the world around you, of the background count. This thing shines just a little bit brighter, and it's nauseating just holding it in your hand in the astral. Go ahead and roll me an sensing anyways, though.
I will go ahead and do so just because you asked me nicely.
The background count in this area, it's about the same level, and it's still, it's not quite a good background count now, but it's certainly changed. But the way it smells and tastes it's just a different flavor of you're not sure whether to call it toxic or not, but it is a different flavor of something bad.
Different flavor of background one?
Yes, a different flavor of background one. To put it in mechanical terms, it's aspected to something different than it was before. It's no longer a radiation background count.
Hey, Tricia say, now that I found that, still eyeing the vial, we, shifting back to me perception, we need to leave. Back towards LA. Fast, please.
Coyote's already out the door and in the hover truck.
Yeah, don't have to tell me twice.
Vices. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, Trusair is going to provide a brief explanation as suggested by Conrad and as confirmed with my own senses. This thing was with Corina for so long that part of her actually imprinted onto the object itself. Normally, tracking such a thing is impossible for the likes of myself. However, there are those specially initiated who can use such objects to track individuals, such as you will recall the proprietors of the Sunken Angels Bar who volunteered their services are capable of such ritual spellcasting. It is possible that one of them, if not multiples or all of them, are capable of following sympathetic links. It's difficult to do so, I still think, but that's better than impossible.
Okay, just taking a moment out to point something out. Where you are is actually not where the outpost was. The red one.
I thought it was much further south. I thought it was much further south. I was just going to where everyone else's tokens were, man.
Just, it really doesn't matter either which way.
Okay.
I know where you are. I just wanted to point that out because, to clarify things, where you are is actually the hot zone.
Yeah, I knew.
Well, we actually didn't go there anyway. We didn't go to the toxic zone outpost. We went to an entirely different place where the Jaguar hold it up. It was like
in the toxic zone.
right. It was still like over here, but it wasn't exactly the outpost.
Yeah, that's where we
Oh
went.
yeah, that is right.
Yeah, Yeah, I knew I moved to the wrong space, but everyone started moving in next to me, so I was like, good enough.